Do it again because I didn't have my camera turned on, but now I have my camera turned on. Oh, psychedelic. Oh, if my friend was watching this, he'd really... He'd be tripping right now. Oh, psychedelic. Okay. Do it again because I didn't have my camera turned on, but now I have my camera turned on. Oh, psychedelic. Oh, if my friend was watching this, he'd really be tripping right now. Oh, psychedelic. Okay. I forgot to we'll edit this out, but I have to show it again because I didn't have my camera turned on. So now I have my camera turned on. Oh, psychedelic. Oh, if my friend was watching this, he'd really be tripping right now. Oh, psychedelic. Okay. Yeah, you know, they say you're not supposed to let those lasers get in your eyes, so I had my welding mask on here. My Dr. Doom mask. Let me hook in my headphone here so I can hear you. Oh, cool. That was it. Yeah, the synchronicity, huh? Woo!
When his girlfriend at the time was called Magdalena, and wife was...
All right, let me go turn off this Tim Rifat over here.
All right, yeah, get it.
Started healing. I cannot remember exactly when, but during healing, I asked for the archetype.
Yeah, I've been real careful lately. I guess not careful, but trying to remind myself constantly that everything we say or do in this state of surveillance is meta-programming the god of the future.
All right, I don't have my headphones plugged in, so I can't hear you. But I'm going to turn on the camera now. All right.
So I brought it to the stairs.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, you got to get relaxed, man. You got to be able to, chill out.
Man. Yeah, how are you, brother? You beautiful human being.
Hey, man, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
You've been working overtime, haven't you?
I've been doing a lot of been working my ass off.
Sounds like it. Have you got a girl right now or what?
No, man. I'm solo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Look like you met a nice young lady there, man. I just started making friends. It's good, man. It's good to have people to hang out with.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
a lot younger than me, but
Yeah,
But
that's just the way it always is.
I guess so, huh?
When we were young, they were always older than us.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. I don't know how I don't know what I got behind me. Some mess.
Well, you did a second ago. It looked like you had like a bear painting or something like that.
Oh yeah, probably not. It's not. It
Oh
wasn't
yeah, yeah.
comfortable for me.
Oh yeah,
It's
no.
a it's a dog blanket.
Okay, yeah. We'll just take a still off of that, then and then you can just put it back on the other one. It's more comfortable for you. Uh, Making a little drink
Yeah.
here.
What do you got there?
Well, it's just some Monte Alban silver 100% agave tequila.
Oh man, all right.
So,
Get down.
right. We're gonna
I've
try
been
the.
on a sugar dodging kick, man.
Oh yeah, I need to
Yeah.
be on one. What? How's your results been with that?
Uh, phenomenal. Yeah, when I maintain, it's easy to slip up though, like get around some good treats or something.
Or just anything, man. They put sugar in fucking everything.
Well, that's the thing. You got to be super conscious. I mean, you gotta pay attention, man.
You do. You
Uh,
do.
yeah, I went out for some wings. This is the first time I like been in such lately that I'd been in up in the city, and I didn't. I mean, everything was so commercial, because to get just plain naked wings was almost impossible. They're having chicken wings, my friends. They're having like some boneless shit. I'm like, wow, that stuff's been through the ringer, huh?
Yeah, it's
But
like totally processed.
yeah, yeah, they're getting down on it. And the one girl, this one young lady, she tells me, well, I shouldn't say this one. My friend Destiny,
Uh huh.
she tells me, she says, yeah, I don't think I've ever had wings with the bone in. I'm like, wow, really?
Yeah, they probably didn't even know that
The
that it.
girl's like, she's like 20 something. She's in her 20s. Like, I'm like, what? Never. But
Yeah, I mean, they probably these days the kids don't even know that it comes from an animal. Much less an animal with bones.
there is a massive separation with industrialization of that stuff. Just the animal murder and stuff. I don't agree with it. We got into it a couple times, but I'm not a big follow my example guy either.
Yeah, me
I mean,
neither.
with that, I feel bad about it. I sometimes get real activist about it and start being real conscientious of everything and real, you're voting with your dollar and all that shit. And I'm like, well, I don't want to fund this terrorism and I don't know. But then, lately I've been working a lot with a restaurant and we're a smokehouse, dude. We got all kinds of good Southern food. You know
Exactly.
what I mean?
You can't separate yourself from the system. You can't not pay into the system that kills and
Right.
terrorizes people all over the world. Unless you go live out in the woods and you just.
It's almost impossible, yeah, and which I did for a little while. Like I did, and it's new being back, and it's new making friends around it, and I forget that some people know nothing else.
Yeah, they don't even know that other world exists.
It's strange, dude.
It really is. They're saying there's a big disconnect, and this is what Tim Rifat is saying, that back in the 1960s, like so many percentage of the population was not immune to mind control. Like in other words, 80 to 85% of the population was normally immune to mind control. And then he goes into this scientific explanation talking about stuff in the brains and then gets into talking about Wi-Fi and stuff like that. And the kids that are coming up today, they've been around cell phones and Wi-Fi towers their entire life. And he says that nobody under the age of 30 years old has any immunity whatsoever to mind control.
Yeah.
So we are
Wow.
literally entering a new humanity where for better or for worse, you and I have a far greater advantage than anyone people are also being born dumber. People are not getting smarter, they're getting dumber.
Dude, I'm getting dumber. I
Whoa.
feel it. I can feel it happening, man. It's really, I don't know if that's not just getting close to 40, is it? Is that like
Nah,
that's
It's just,
That
I think
I'm
you're just realizing you're like you said, you just came out of that kind of wilderness world where everything was in tune with nature and everything, and then you're seeing how desensitized the world is, and
well,
you're working all these jobs and stuff.
even out there, I thought I'd be. Well, I think I did get out from under feeling like I was super targeted and all kinds of craziness, and shit was high strangeness. But so there's no reason not to think that's exactly what happened. But it seemed to stop when I got in the woods, and then
Absolutely, absolutely. I can totally see that. And it's interesting that you would bring up this subject of people getting dumber or smarter or stuff like that, because one of the things that I wanted to show you today, the new goodie I got, and you remember I may have done a show on Patrick Flanagan, maybe like 6 or 7 or 8 months ago, and he's the world's smartest man. He wrote that book about pyramid power back in the '60s. When he was like 13 years old or something ridiculous like that, he got a bunch of stuff from Radio Shack, and he won a science fair in Houston, Texas, where he created a device out of parts made at Radio Shack to pinpoint the location of every intercontinental ballistic missile on Earth and every nuclear reaction site and test facility and everything like that. And to win the prize, he went ahead and ran the machine and documented all the location of every missile on Earth. And so he won the science fair, and then the next Monday he was in school, and the voice came over the loudspeaker and said, "Patrick Flanagan, report to the office. The Pentagon is on the phone."
wow,
And that's what began his relationship with them and with DARPA and all these other. Where he never went to work for any of those organizations, but they were getting information from him the whole time.
I don't know anything about him.
Well, he was friends with John Lilly, and John Lilly is the guy who
know.
discovered the madness frequency, or the frequency that they put into our electrical grid system that basically is a mind control wave and if you're anywhere around electricity, that's coming from like the electrical grid, you're being given, mind control waves just by virtue
You're
of
getting
that.
pelted with stuff all the
Exactly.
time. Yeah.
And that doesn't include your cell phone, your cell towers, and those smart meters. Those smart meters they have now? You've heard about those, right?
Yeah. These are the 5G things,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Well, I
They're
think they
putting
might
out the
be.
millimeter waves.
Probably. I don't know that much about 5G, but I've heard people for at least a couple of years now have been talking about these new smart meters. It's your electrical meter on your house.
Yeah, they've been lighting. Well, I heard that was connected to the fires in California.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's up with those fires in California, but I would be willing to
Some
bet
weird shit, huh?
it's artificial. That's for sure.
Yeah, there's like houses melting.
Yeah,
Or,
what I think is basically, I never go for that excuse or that explanation that, it's all due to human greed and everything. But actually, in this case, I do with those fires in California, because I think what they're doing is just getting everybody to move out of there, and they're just going to buy up all the real estate dirt cheap and then redevelop it and make it for the elite or something. That was practically the plan in that Superman movie. Remember, with Gene Hackman? He was going to blow off half of California, and then Arizona, the desert in Arizona, was going to be new beachfront property.
Yeah, was it? Was that the plan?
Yeah, so I mean, it's almost
try this.
It's almost like, like kind of what's going on now, except instead of blowing it up with nuclear bombs, they're hitting it with a scalar weaponry or whatever they're doing.
Those are some nifty bracelets, man. I was checking out your duds, dude.
Yeah, I made those, and so that's something I'm gonna maybe start working on and selling, because I got to monetize my YouTube channel. That's another topic I wanted to talk about. But that's right. There's a goat bones out of a little billy goat that I ate. I ate that goat.
Nice.
So I hope that goes along with your, morality about meat and stuff like that. And then I made this one that says Ayin on it.
Yeah, beautiful, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
One of the things I'm wanting to, that I think I'm going to try to sell on my show is I get these, and I'm kind of giving something away right here, but I got this badass knife, but very cheap at a store you've probably heard of. They're connected with China. But I want to get some CNC machines to like carve out "You Don't Know" or "Bases Texas," you know, carved out of
Yeah.
there. You know,
Yeah.
that's just an
That'd be
idea.
sick, man. Yeah.
Just gotta try to, from the very beginning, I was, planned on monetizing my show. You know what I mean? And especially now that it takes up more and more of my time, I have to.
Well, for sure, dude.
You know.
Yeah. You gotta
Uh,
be making some. I know you spend a lot of time on it, you know?
I really do, and I got to start. I have my team working on just that, and working on some other different stuff. But I printed out a YouTube analytics chart that's based on Excel. Basically, it's like 54 pages, like put out in a grid, like it would cover half the floor. And I printed up only about 20 of them, but I put them like on a cardboard thing. I was going to show it to you, but it's downstairs. But they're kind of overlapping. But it shows all of these analytics about my YouTube show. Dude, you would not believe. They're watching this show all over the fucking world, dude. I mean, 100 countries. I mean, it's unfucking believable, dude. And
It's awesome.
yeah, and it's the numbers that you see like on the views and stuff. That really it doesn't give a correct view of really what's going on. It's fascinating. But it really energized me to see that, and then realize we're living in a time where the way it is right now, anyone can do that. Anyone can make a YouTube, show about something they're passionate about and just pick up an audience.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
And we've seen how some of these little kids do it, and stuff.
I've been thinking about how it's all programming, the God of the future. It's everything that we do and say, everything's around our phones, around our anything anymore. Like even without, I mean, there's tech. We know there's tech, but I was noticing tonight, man. Just I had the Pandora music thing on. I'm not trying to advertise Pandora or whatever, but and it just happened to know what state I was in and play accommodating music, and I was like, I don't know. Yeah.
There's something going on.
I don't know how
real.
I feel about it, but anything you say or do is programming this thing that's going to be God, basically. This big AI beast, dude, and there's what the fuck's going to happen? And then, yeah, I don't know. I went through these phases in my wake up where it was like at first there was like a humanitarian, I need to expose things so that other people know what's going on. And then it turned into, well, these people are stupid and they don't matter sort of thing.
Or they just don't care. They won't listen.
I'm embarrassed for having that. Like, I feel bad. And people are like, dude, you're an evil person. I've told this to a couple people I work with that like, I don't know. We need a good purification, I think. But
yeah, definitely. But I think unless I'm mistaken you, I think I kind of ran into the same thing. It's like you want to give and expose and do all these good things, but then you realize nobody appreciates it. Nobody's going to do anything about it.
Nobody's doing anything that matters with it, and so but I don't think there's anything. What can you do? Is the whole thing.
Well, that's
because it's doomed, and it needs to. I think it needs to just collide, and I don't know. So I've gone from a place of, I don't know. It's like it's changed my whole perspective on things lately. I don't think people should die or anything like that. I'm not a monster or anything, but I think certain people shouldn't procreate, and maybe certain live. Well, man, that sounds. I'm not going to say this shit on the camera.
Right. It almost gets into kind of a eugenics type, philosophy or something, and you can almost kind of see the logic in it, but that logic has no heart, right? And we know that there's a reason why retarded people are born, well,
these are things you can't talk about either. I mean,
well, yeah, they're not politically correct, but they kind of can be if you do kind of take the higher road and say that, and because I'm wholeheartly against eugenics. I don't think I said logical. I wasn't meaning logical in a good way. I was meaning logical without heart. And since when everybody? Yeah. When were we all going without because of retarded people, or when were we all going without because of poor people? We don't need to. True
that.
But at the same time, yeah, there are the unwashed masses, so to speak, are populating and reproducing and everything faster than other people, and I mean, there's just a lot going on. There's just a lot going on, man. But yeah,
Yeah, yeah, my bad, man. I feel like I brought in a weird subject.
well, no, that's a hard subject, man. It's a touchy subject because
Yeah,
almost every human being has kind of opinions on both sides of that. They feeling it both ways.
yeah, but most people don't want to say, I guess,
Well,
on the.
yeah, because it's politically incorrect. But it's
Mm,
it's
it
politic.
sounds insensitive. It sounds
Yeah,
really insensitive. It's hard, but it's like, well, and I don't know that I necessarily feel that way, but you know,
right.
I don't know. I see the reasoning behind it, and it seems like, with things have to go to hell in a handbasket first attitude anyway. Like, I mean, I think it does, and I think that's the natural progression of things, and that it's all okay. I don't know.
I
It's like a
think it is
weird
too.
apocalyptimism. You know what I mean? Like,
Apocalyptimism. Wow, did you just make that up,
I've been carrying it for a minute. Yeah,
dude? Is that
I
your own
picked it up
term?
somewhere.
Dude, that is
Pardon?
fucking brilliant. I've never heard that apocalyptic optimism. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you heard it here first on You Don't Know. And so let's get out of this. Get this out of the way. Welcome to another edition of You Don't Know. You don't know, huh? So don't act like you do. On tonight's show, we've got Bobby Bang Bang. Bobby Bang Bang, how you doing, bro?
I'm beautiful, man.
Kick
Super
ass.
beautiful.
All right, man. It's good. That's what I like to hear, huh? All right, let me let me go. Hey, did you notice anything different about my appearance?
Um, you got nice shades on. Oh, you dyed your hair a little, didn't you? What?
Purple.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's beautiful, man.
Thank you. Hey,
Looks good. Looks good on
hey, I
you. It's a
appreciate
good
it, bro.
color.
I got to hit the button on that camera. All right.
Yeah, yeah. Do what you got to do. It's cool hanging out with you, but the thing to
I got to
remember
put in
too
another
is
card.
sounds like you're fighting it, man. Oh my goodness.
Okay. I hope I didn't know I was gonna have to format that card, and then of course I want all the young people out there to know that I did not steal that data card. They didn't take it out of the security deal, so I was over there just tearing it up and shit. I got this little deal right here. Actually, I'm gonna turn on the camera and then I'm gonna show you this. It's one of my new special effects I got here in the studio. The VF 400R.
A sledgehammer of truth, he says.
Sledgehammer of Truth, huh? What is that you're listening to?
You ever listen to Mr. Bungle, man?
Is that the guy from what other band were they in?
The singer, is the singer for Faith No More,
Yeah.
most famously. Dude's fucking awesome. The band is amazing. They have another band called The Secret Chiefs 3.
That's a reference we
Nice
know
name,
about.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's into
They're
some.
fucking sick, man.
He's a kind of a strange guy, isn't he?
Mike Patton?
He's out
Yeah,
there.
dude, his music is, well, he's got a real gift. He's probably here, I'll go ahead and stop it, but I'll turn it down some. He's probably the most active, constantly putting out new albums and new projects, and all equally innovative and really, really original. Like, nobody sounds like the dude. He just has an incredible gift for writing impeccably and delivering just sick, beautiful shit all the time. And so does the other musicians that he rolls with. These guys are just awesome.
Well, what
I think
album
this is Secret Chiefs 3 now, what's playing right now behind me.
is that? The name of the album?
It's the name of a group. It's their the band Mr. Bungle that was just playing. If you take Mike Patton out of that band, he's that enigmatic singer that's so popular. Or I mean, not popular, but he's more famous. That's the one, yeah. Yeah, dude. He's one of the best vocalists around, man.
Let's kick ass.
I think. But
so this is his new
yeah,
band, Secret Chiefs?
Secret Chiefs 3 is Mr. Bungle without him in it, basically.
Oh, so he's not in it.
No, it's like the same members. They do some things occasionally.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I don't know. There's all kinds of. You go looking up Mike Patton projects, and you'll find just. He sings for an Italian orchestra that I think he writes for, and he sings everything in Italian, impeccable Italian, dude.
Yeah.
It's called Mondo Cane, with Mike Patton, dude. Look that shit up, and you'll be blown away. It's like a whole big band, and my man's doing it like fucking. I don't even know who to compare him to, dude, because he's just fucking.
But is he like an opera singer? Or
shoulder
what?
to none.
Is he singing opera?
He can do shit like that. It's really dope, actually. It's like really fucking cool, energetic Italian fucking psycho music.
How do you spell
it's just really good. Mondo, Mondo, Cane, Cane.
Okay, Mondo Cane. Yeah, we'll have to check that out.
They're sick, dude. They're sick.
Badass.
Yeah, I could endorse a lot of Patton for sure, man. But anyway, yeah, not to get all off on.
Oh no, that's good. We need to have a good interjection of music. I'm trying to take more of a variety. I shot a video this weekend of me and my roommate putting dragon leg table legs on this custom-made table I got. So we were doing welding and shit like that. So I'm gonna have a welding video coming out here in the next couple days.
Wow, cool, man.
Yeah, fucking it up in the garage, and then this right here, I can't do too much of this. Well, actually, yeah, it's the green light's on. That means it's ready. The red light's on means the power's coming to it. But I don't want the fire alarm to go off, so I can just do a little bit of this.
What's the sound?
Well, it's not really so much the sound. It's I can't. I'll pull the cord out if I bring it any further. I can't. Hold on. Well, I don't want to move the laptop. But anyway, it's just a fog machine.
Dude, that's kick ass.
Yeah, but
I wasn't sure what was going on there for a minute.
Yeah, that's a big bong. No, it's a fog machine.
Ass.
And I've got a laser that goes through it, and it looks really badass with that laser going through it, so it's for the show. And I also made these signs for my my Basis Texas brand.
Dude, that is... Wow, man.
So that's the one that says Basis, and then there's one sitting right down there you can't see that says Texas. And so it'll be...
You made that?
Yeah, I made that. I've spent a lot of time on it. So then first there was going to be dry ice in it, with fog and stuff coming off of it, and the lasers going through that. But then I decided to go with the fog machine. And but I'm actually thinking about doing both now, both the fog machine and the dry ice, and like some candles. See, it has candle holders on it.
Yeah, dude, that's sick.
And the laser going through it for Basis Texas.
What? Yeah, check out what I made.
Yeah.
That's sick though. That is sick, dude. And you did make that. So I mean, fucking.
Yeah, right. The
You're
whole
creative as fuck, man.
Well, I needed to give a little bit of zest or whatever to the show. Have you seen my latest, or not my latest, but my second or third to latest show, with the new co-host?
Dude, I have been so tapped out, and I'm sorry, man,
Oh,
but
that's all
yeah,
right.
I need. Yeah, I'll watch it if I get a
Are
chance.
you?
I mean, when I do.
Yeah. Now, are you? You're not on your phone right now, are you?
This is my iPad,
Right.
my infertility pad.
Yeah. Exactly. Infertility. Yeah. But anyway, no. We had a new co-host. Oh my gosh, she's amazing, dude. She's amazing. Haley Redmond. And she does the whole thing like what I do with you don't know, and with the machete and all that stuff. Except she's
Yeah,
fine.
dude, that's awesome.
She's like 21 years old.
There's gonna be a picture of her right here.
There
We
are
got you. You're gonna put in a little scene of her doing the thing.
there. No, this is already on the internet. It's already on my YouTube channel and got a lot of responses off of it.
If there's one truth in the cosmos, one cosmic truth, the truth is you don't know. You don't know, huh? So don't act like you do, because then something bad might happen to you.
I've heard of you've heard of like sleep paralysis, but I mean it wasn't sleep paralysis, was it?
No, I don't think so. I've never experienced sleep paralysis, but my brother has, and he said it wasn't.
Okay. Oh, your brother has experienced sleep paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I heard it runs in your family too.
Well,
Sleep
did you
paralysis.
feel like you were paralyzed, or could?
No, I wasn't awake.
Oh, you were asleep,
Mm-hmm.
but that your fiance thought that you were awake, right?
Yeah,
Or-
because my eyes were open.
Oh.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, people always like it when I put chicks on here.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
You know? And
Well, dude.
I found out through those analytics that my audience is like 75% guys. So that explains
What's that mean?
Well, it just means that's they like blowing stuff up, seeing hot chicks and stuff like that.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, your demographic. Yeah,
Right,
analytics tells you all that.
Oh yeah, and much
It
much
tells you
more.
who's watching.
Yeah, it tells me what country they're from, and it tells me how long they watched each video, like and
Oh,
the
really?
averages. I mean, it's got so much information.
That's really good to know, actually. I mean,
is.
if you want people to watch, you can see when they shut it off, maybe figure out what's going on right there, or they could be different, right? That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
If everybody,
Dude, our lives are way different because you spend a lot of time. You spend a lot of time publicizing yourself, or being totally out in the open, and I like. I guess I have paranoias and anxieties about these things. Like being in front of a camera all the time would freak me out. But
yeah,
I don't know.
There is a price to pay. Ultimately, it's like because the more like I'm trying to get more popular. Well, the more popular I become, the more I don't know. Maybe possibly ultimately become some type of target, right? For
Well, sure, and I love the way that you're very honest and upfront about what you're about and what you're doing, dude. So it's like, what's interesting. What was the name of? And I'm sorry for kind of my articulation skills don't feel intact. I'm all over the place with thoughts, but what's the name of the book that you were telling me about? You said basically there's a step that you do to get it to garner as much attention as possible.
Oh,
and no matter what you do, you can't do anything wrong.
The 48 laws of power.
Right. Explain more.
Okay,
tell me
one
about
particular law. See, there's one law that says guard your reputation with your reputation is everything. Guard it with your life. Okay, that's what we're raised to think that. And of course, that's true. It's not, and so that's why some people have accused this guy.
You're saying this is part of the way we're conditioned.
Well, no, I'm saying that this is one of the laws of power.
Or as human beings. Okay.
See, people say that Robert Greene contradicts himself because he gives two laws that seem to contradict each other, but they really don't. Because what I found out the reason that they really don't contradict each other is because even though they say exact opposite things, it depends on where you're at in your career or where you're at in your life as to which law you should be obeying. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Most of the laws are not like that, but these two particular ones happen to be like that. Well, the one is that we're taught, and it's for the old fogies, guard your reputation with your life. Your reputation is everything and all that stuff. Well, that's true, but that's once you're established and once you're mainstream and once you're, whatever you call it, in the good old boy network or whatever, or in politics or something like that. But until then, you're just a face in the crowd. I mean, you don't, but there's a lot of safety in that. Most people don't want to be exposed. They don't want to be famous and stuff like that. They just want, and like I had a neighbor explain it to me one time. He was giving me some advice. He was like, keep your head down and stuff like that. And I was like, who is it? What is this guy talking about? I was like, man, I never have lived my life like that.
Yeah, I don't feel like that or anything necessarily, but
Yeah, that's kind of taking it to the extreme. But yeah, off the radar, off the grid, that type of, mentality, which is fine, and it can be more safe unless you get targeted for that or something. But if you're trying to do something in the media, it's just like, that's where this old saying goes, no press is bad press.
Sure, yeah.
In other words, if you got caught in some
no
scandal,
publicity is bad publicity.
right? Exactly. Yeah. So if you get caught in some scandal, it's actually good for your career because at least people are talking about you.
Right. Well, and that's just that's law of attraction.
Right.
Also, I mean.
Well, yeah. Up to a point. When then if you start going like, what's his name, winning, not Emilio Estevez's brother.
Oh yeah.
He's going winning. He's like, I smoke an 8-ball in one kit, or whatever.
Yeah.
That's taking it a little bit too far, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, and having those strippers on there with him, he called his goddesses, and then he ended up getting his kids taken away because of all that shit. You know what I mean? You thumb your nose at the system too much. It don't matter who you're. Charlie Sheen, that's who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Winning.
It sounds like. Well, it sounds like those kids were involved. I don't know anything about any of this, first off, but it sounds like the children were involved in some real fucked up shit because of the Hollywood types. That,
I don't know. I never heard that accusation, but I could see how they would come up with that accusation because of what we know about this Harvey Weinstein, right?
Yeah, all pedo style. I've heard on
exactly.
Charlie. I've heard or read this or something on Charlie Sheen's children with what's her name, Brooke Shields or whatever, right? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that right?
No, it's not her. That's not her name, but she's like a Brooke Shields lookalike or whatever.
Right, one of these people.
Yeah, Denise. Her name is Denise.
There you go. Yeah.
Something. And she's beautiful. But she had enough of his ass, and she divorced his ass. He was just, I guess, running around with strippers or whatever. But I mean, I'm not judging the guy or condemning him, man. That type of lifestyle,
no, sure.
That's like the final frontier, man. Fuck outer space, celebrityhood. That's the final frontier.
Yeah, I don't think that. That's crazy. I mean, I don't think I'd like it. All that attention.
Look what it did to Jim Carrey.
Yeah, right. I think he didn't know who he went on some trying to figure out who he was type mission, and I don't know, dude. He's interesting to me.
He is. I mean, you can't really sum it up because he's that far out there.
No, I might have to have a chat with him or something. But,
I would love to. I'd love to have him on the show.
Yeah.
Or just have a private chat with him. Yeah, I'd love to.
Or just drop some acid with him.
Yeah. Now there is the accusation or whatever, and but a lot of these things are manufactured, that he is now the reigning warlock or whatever of Hollywood.
I don't remember who this woman is, but I know the woman that there was I want to say it was some kind of phone interview or something. It's just an audio recording of this woman talking about her satanic ritual abuse, and that Jim Carrey. This is where it all started, and I think, and it was on YouTube somewhere. And as far as I could trace it, I think it's going back to 2014 or sooner, probably older than that, maybe older. Anyway, so it's a recording of a woman talking about all this stuff, and that Jim Carrey is the high priest. He replaced Martin Scorsese.
I've heard that,
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm, yeah.
But I don't remember what organization she said, and it doesn't. I don't know.
Well, that's an interesting idea.
People sometimes. I guess I really don't believe anything anybody says ever.
Right. And even I mean, who knows? But I think it's interesting because that kind of correlates with some of the information that Tim Rifat is talking about. Because he's saying that these Hollywood as far as like Angelina Jolie, but mostly these pop stars, these pop princesses. You know, like Madonna, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, and that black girl. Well, of course, Beyonce, but Rihanna. You know,
Oh, right.
there's a big, hip hop, conspiracy theory type deal where they're saying, oh, they worship the devil and all this stuff in the black community or in hip hop. But, there's just overall, there's a whole idea that, Hollywood and the music industry is entrenched in this. And with most people, they have that idea associated with that these pop stars like Madonna and uh, Britney Spears and Katy Perry and everything. Can you hear some music?
Yeah, is that bothering? Sorry, man. Is it distracting you?
Well,
Or does it sound bad?
Well, no, I could hear it. But I mean, if you think it's good background music, just go ahead and put it on. I don't think it's overpowering anything.
Okay, but if it was distracting you from
No,
talking,
it's not
sometimes
distracting me at all.
electronic stuff is weird. Sometimes stuff will cut in and out, and it'll be like, whoa, hey, man, could you?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't bother me at all.
All right, cool.
But the idea that these pop princesses are like mind-controlled sex slaves or something like that, and that they have handlers and all this stuff. So everyone's familiar with that idea.
All that, yeah, right.
But Tim Rifat gives a different view of it. He's like saying that these people are some of the most powerful witches in the world. That this power, this adulation is more than just being popular and everybody loves you and stuff like that. It's true power. Psychic
pop
power.
Stars are holding, or is it the stars themselves?
Yeah, it's going
Katy
to
Perry
them.
is a powerful witch.
Yes,
like that bitch is just amazing.
Listen,
shit, I guess.
Well, I don't. He says that they make videos about him.
I know. I'm familiar with some of his.
He's got some
ideas
shit that backs it up, and the idea that he was supposed to have a love child with Katy Perry, his 60-year-old ass was supposed to have a love child with one of the most beautiful women in the world. And that this.
I wouldn't call her that, but I would.
Well, she's pretty fine though. But
she's a pretty human being. I mean, but
well, okay.
anyway,
Who do you think's the prettiest out of them? Madonna, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift, Miley Cyrus, Rihanna, Beyonce, or
prettiest?
Yeah, just physical beauty.
Yeah, I guess she's up there. Yeah. Out of that group you just named.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they sing.
I guess Rihanna's really attractive too.
Yeah, she's fine. She really is.
Yeah, woman of
Tim
color
Rifat
there.
says that she'll never be the head witch because that she's black and because there's a racist aspect to this somehow. I mean, I'm not saying that. He said that.
Well, I don't know, dude.
And I mean, and he's not claiming to be racist. He's talking about that the people that he's basically at war with, who he claims do all kinds of terrible stuff.
Isn't it a Khazarian type thing? I mean, most of the people he's hating on, right?
Yeah, I think so. The Rothschilds, he hates the Rothschilds.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's a
You
real...
know what I did, man? I went and got. Sorry, we're talking about. No, that's Carry on. My bad.
No, tell me. No, I know. Hey, check this out.
Oh.
I got a friend, man. Let's just say somebody I know that's tripping tonight, and I just heard from them, and they're tripping fucking balls, dude.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, you might know who they are. I'll get with you after the show. I'll tell you more about it then.
Yeah, that can be really fun.
Yeah, they say.
Yeah. Dude, it's been a long time since I've done something like this, but I went and shopped for clothes today, like at a mall. I mean, that's in a shopping mall with some people I know from work. And yeah, it was kind of a trip, man. It's just been years since I've done and gone and done the whole thing. I don't know, I I guess I've been out in the woods and didn't have to worry about clothes or what, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I had to worry about it. All I had was like one pair of shit that was all tore up, but like having a little money and being able to like buy shit and be like, man, I look good in this, or you know, it's
Exactly.
like feels good, dude.
I know exactly
and I
what
caught
you're talking
myself
about.
intoxicated on the entire, like all the stuff I despise in my core. Like I was just drunk on it today, dude. And it was cool.
This is so
It was
wild that you're bringing
interesting. It
this
was
up.
like
Yeah,
dabbling with. It's a strange, you know, drug thing,
it really
and
is,
paying
man.
attention to the drug thing that was going on, the whole exchange. It was like, you know, it was neat. But even after the fact, like I'm still high on it. Maybe I got some of the best jeans I've ever seen on me before. I'm like, wow, I didn't know jeans could fit me and this well and look this nice,
I know
dude.
it,
Like
man.
look this good.
It's amazing what
Like,
they got.
yeah,
I've been
man.
experiencing some of the. I mean, it's so coincidental or whatever, psychic that you'd bring that up because I've been to. Was having an experience just like this a couple of weeks ago. I went to a tailor and had my first tailor-made suit,
Wow. All right.
and then my assistant took me
Yeah.
over here and I bought a pair of. I didn't even know there was such thing as a $400 pair of shoes. You know what I mean? And no, I didn't pay $400 for them. Okay, this was they were. I got a great deal on them. They were just a little bit over $100, but I never had $400 shoes on my feet. You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck? You know, and they're called a Cole Haan or something like that. They're a fancy type of leather shoe, you know, for like dressing up and stuff. But they got bought by Adidas, so they have the tennis shoe insides. You know, they're like ultra comfortable.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Did you
So
say Italian shoes?
well, I don't know if they're Italian, but they're called Cole Haan. So apparently, you know, people
Cool.
there's to somebody that means something to somebody watching the show. Probably, I didn't know. You know that.
I think Adidas is Italian too. A lot of those companies, like Puma,
Oh
right?
yeah, yeah, right, yeah. Oh yeah,
Those,
they make
like
those
soccer companies.
exactly. Yeah.
Kappa or
Uh huh.
Kappa, however you say that.
They wear those sweatsuits, you know, those Italian sweatsuits.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I've you know, like you saying that being the enemy and everything. Yeah, and I've come under fire even recently on my Facebook and stuff like that. And this was actually from a guy that I had on the show, Mogami, the Balkan uh, alchemist, the Balkan alchemist, and he started tearing into me because about my new Mercedes and these chicks I've been with and stuff like that. You know, and that's always kind of been my deals, like you know the chicks and stuff. But I have kind of upgraded on you know my ride and some clothes and stuff like that. And he started hating on me. He said, "I don't know if the people in the truther community are going to like this." And then he started talking about starving kids in Africa. That somehow, you know, that I should have spent that money on starving kids in Africa. And I was like, whatever, man.
Trying to guilt trip you on some
Yeah,
humanitarian
and also trying to
garbage,
scare
like.
me, saying that I was going to lose audience members because the people in the truther community don't go for that.
I think you're pretty straightforward, man, about your thing. I
I
don't
think
think
so
there's
too.
any shame in it.
Nah, there's not. I mean,
That's why I respect you. I mean, it's
hey, I
beautiful.
appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you.
Yeah, dude, right
I
here.
mean, you know, it's nothing to brag about, but I lived most of my life in abject poverty. I mean, most of it, you know, after I had a nice upbringing with the parents and stuff like that, some people would say even a silver spoon. But once you know, I didn't adjust to our society that well. And so I just lived, you know, hand to mouth a long time. A long time.
Yeah, it can be rough out there,
It
man.
really can. And, but that and also my experiences, my 2 stints in prison is why I can
That's
hear
why you're one
somebody's
of the
sob
hardest
story.
motherfuckers in Texas.
That's right, man. One of the meanest motherfuckers in Texas, yeah.
That's right.
But and I just don't feel sorry for people that much because you know, there's been people who've been through worse than I have, but not that many. You know what I mean? Statistically speaking, you know, I've seen some pretty hard shit, and most of it was brought on by my own self and my own decisions and whatnot. But that doesn't make it any less hard. You know?
Yeah.
Who brought it on?
Seriously, yeah. Same with me, man.
Yeah, or you know,
Things have been really good lately, though. I can't complain.
I can tell, man.
And I gotta say, like, fairly mediocre. Like, I'm not. I mean, but I'm really pleased just with life. I think maybe my attitude is just I'm, I don't know. I'm content with just about everything.
That's good. Yeah,
Uh,
I can almost see it. You know, you seem to have less of an axe to grind, but then again, you've been working your finger to the bone, man. But
yeah,
that's
and I
good to
love
have
it though,
work, though.
man.
You know what I mean? It's good to.
Yeah, I like, it's labor intensive and all that, but I've really been enjoying it, man. And I work my ass off. Yeah, dude. I've been doing like 13-hour days and shit in a kitchen and a fast pace and pretty much running what has to happen. Shit, dude. It's just a big job.
It's a
I
huge
don't know. I can't
responsibility,
say
isn't
anything
it?
on here. It's just, yeah, I run a kitchen.
Dude,
And
yeah,
shit is
restaurant
huge.
business is one of the hardest fucking businesses there is. I mean, and especially for the business, for everybody, really, including the business owners. It's not like they're just sitting back counting their money. I mean, they're stressing out every fucking day, you know.
Yeah, dude. You gotta, I mean, oh, they're training me to bartend now, too, dude. I'm
Kick
just
ass.
in tight with this family, and they're beautiful people,
That's
and I
awesome.
respect the hell out of him, like, for the way he does things and business and all that. Man, it's been a good situation.
What's the name of the restaurant?
It's called Shady Tuesdays.
Shady Tuesdays. Kick ass. So do you have to do you get a license to be a bartender in that state?
I'm not so sure, man. I just found out I can conceal and carry without signing anything.
Why? Because of the state you're in?
Yep,
What state
here in
is that?
Missouri.
Missouri? They,
Yep,
they
here
have
in
more kind of
Missouri.
like old West type laws, huh?
Pretty much, yeah, man.
That's kick
I'm
ass.
not aiming to conceal either. I'm just gonna keep one on my person, where it's visible. I don't
Oh,
expect to ever, but
so
yeah, I don't know. I
can
think it's neat.
yeah, no,
I
that's
think
cool.
it's
That's like
neat.
Arizona's like that. You know, you can walk into a bank carrying a gun.
Right.
Is it like
Yeah.
that in Missouri?
Well, I don't know if you can. Can you do that in Arizona?
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, I think it would be illegal to carry a concealed gun into a bank. You know, it's kind of weird. Some of these states are completely backwards, in their logic, But in Texas, just about anybody can carry a gun, but they want you to conceal it.
They
But
want you to conceal it?
yeah, they don't want it showing.
Oh, okay.
So like here where I live, I mean, dude, a lot of people are strapped. I mean, a lot. And that's one reason I think it helps keep the peace because you don't want to start
Yeah.
any shit with somebody that might pull out their iron and let you
True
have it.
that. Oh, so people are mostly kind to each other
Oh yeah,
in
yeah.
Houston,
Texas, yeah,
in and around.
yeah. Texas is a pretty friendly state. I mean,
No, I'm sorry. You're in Austin, aren't
oh,
you?
Austin's super friendly, dude. You can go in
You are in Austin still,
yeah,
yeah?
I'm in Austin. Technically I'm in Pflugerville, but I'm like 12 miles north of downtown Austin. So I'm in
Right.
Travis County. Yeah, I'm in Austin. But yeah, you take the hardest neighborhoods in Austin or whatever, and there could be a college girl riding her 10 speed at 3 o'clock in the morning wearing a two-piece, bikini and not have to worry about anything. Austin is super friendly. You can't do
Right,
that in
nice.
Houston. There's parts of Dallas you can't do that in, but Austin, there's parts of San Antonio, Houston, you definitely Houston, Fourth Ward, you better, there's places you don't show your face, if you're a certain color
Right,
in
sure.
Houston, yeah, at a certain time of day, or night. But it's just not like that here in Austin.
How is that silver? What was the name of that booze you got there? That
This right
fine
here,
hooch?
this is Monte Alban, so we'll give them a free advertisement. But this is what I found out from the people that run the liquor store. With because this bottle right here is not very expensive. It's 750 milliliters, so I guess it's 3/4 of a liter, and I think it's like 13 or 14.99. Okay, well it's 100% agave. That's what you need to look for in
Okay. Yeah, I
100%
saw
agave.
that. I saw that at the store the other day.
So what's
I
that?
just
What's
saw
that
some
one
of that.
famous brand of tequila? It's Don something. Oh
Woo!
no, Jose Cuervo.
Oh, Cuervo, yep.
Yeah, did you
hmm
know the and you should probably know this by being a bartender.
It seems like Tuaca is popular right now too.
Oh yeah,
It was new to me, the name, but I don't know. These things happen like that.
Yeah, and they're regional too. You know what I mean? Something will spread up. Of course,
They're
anything.
our restaurant. They're making we're getting one on tap. Apparently, they're making a beer called Shady Tuesdays. They're gonna serve in our place, dude. I'll send you a little piece. I got a clip of it. You'll see the dude I work for
Kick
and our
ass.
restaurant. It goes I think it was PBS or something. He was on PBS, dude. I'm in a tiny little town in Missouri,
That's kick
and
ass.
my man's on PBS. His business is rocking, dude.
That's awesome. How many? Is there
Yeah.
just that one location?
Mm. He's opening a bar south of town right now.
Kick ass.
Expected like October, um, and yeah, that's why he's training me to tend bar. So I think right now I'm running a kitchen. It's grueling, but
They're
I'm pretty
testing you.
sure.
See what you're made out
Yeah.
of.
Well, yeah, they see it.
Yeah, right. And because they gotta have some. They gotta have a man to run a bar. It's just there's a lot to it.
Yeah.
I used to manage a gentleman's club in here in Texas.
Oh no shit.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe you told me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah, you got to, it's kind of tough.
I mean, you've got what it takes to do all that shit.
Yeah, you got to be a man. I mean, it's not like you're gonna have some chick running a bar. I mean, I'm not trying to be misogynist or anything, but that's just, that's just the truth. You got to have, and then you got to have security and stuff. Bouncers and stuff like that. They got to be trained.
Yeah, you've got to have masculinity around to
Right.
intimidate people.
Yeah, or just to keep them in line, and then because truth is
keep them in check.
Too out of hand. You got to, you got to call the sheriffs.
Yeah.
The sheriff's deputies and stuff, because that's just business. It doesn't have to do with anything about how Billy Badass you are or anybody else. It gets to a certain point, you call in the law, because the law works with business. It's just, that might not sound like the biker mentality or whatever, but that's just the way it is in business.
Oh goodness, I'm hearing a commercial over here. Apologize to the good people.
Yeah. Well, what I'm getting ready to show you here in just a second is as soon as I stand right here off the side of the camera to handle up on something, I'm going to show you this. That's that deal from Patrick Flanagan. It's called a neurophone.
And tell me what it does. Neurophone? N-E-U?
Yeah, N-E-U. Yeah, N-E-U-R-O-P-H-O-N-E. That's it right there.
Flanagan Neurophone. Look at that beautiful symbol right there. Let me show you something, man. Did you see my hat here?
I was going to comment on your hat.
Did you see this specimen? Isn't that fine?
Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude. Did you get that today?
No, I didn't, but I got it recently with the fruits of my labors.
That's awesome. It looks like a sacred geometry, the flower of life.
Yes, it's got Metatron's cube there-ish.
Yeah, that's awesome,
it's got,
brother.
And I put this Sri Yantra on it, just like you got in your Neurophone there.
Yes. Wow. Well, let's
Mandala.
hey, we have them both on the screen at the same time now. You're absolutely right. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize that's what you had. I saw that symbol on your hat earlier. Yes, they're exactly the same. Fascinating.
It's fucking awesome, dude.
That's tight, dude. We had it back up on the screen at the same time.
Yeah.
Yours is up there. Kick ass, dude.
It's the flashiest hat I've ever owned, but it was too ill to not, dude.
Of course.
And it's got this. Check this out, dude. It's got this stash spot in here. They made a pocket on the inside. You see that beautiful inside?
Oh,
It's all satin.
Oh yeah.
Satin lined.
You can hide your jewelry
showing
in there.
off my hat.
Yeah, you can put your diamond rings up there. Your
I usually keep a couple bills in it.
Yeah,
so I got
ticket for the
money.
dog races. Do they have gambling in Missouri?
I'm not a gambling man, so I don't know. Oh, well, yes, they do.
What do they have? Horse racing or a dog racing or what?
There's a casino. I don't know about races. I'm sure they do. Out here they're rodeo people, man. It's not much different from from Texas, I think. The culture of the people who'd been there the longest.
Right,
The
minus the
culture of the
Indians.
natives.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
Well, see, yeah, because minus the
Minus
Indians.
the Indians, yeah.
Because
Well,
supposedly,
there's still some
officially in
around.
Texas, there are no Indians. Supposedly, that's of course not true. But that was back in those days. They deported all the Indians out of Texas.
This is an apt soundtrack. You hear how Jermaine, the soundtrack?
It's called
Yeah,
absinthe.
man. Oh, no, I was saying the soundtrack was, I said apt soundtrack, because we were talking about the Indians and genocide and
Yeah.
state of the, everything, man. Yeah, my words aren't with me so well tonight, Brother Ayin.
Oh yeah. It sounds like you might. Oh, I told you about that friend of mine.
Oh, yeah, I heard of him.
He
Yeah.
likes to do trip balls occasionally from time to time.
Yeah, we all know one of
Yeah,
them.
we all do, right? I mean, I did some mushrooms. I think like about 2 years ago on a New Year's Eve at Ender's Warehouse over here. I ate like 7 grams. I mean,
Nice.
I got fucking high for real, dude. Everything was just like. It was, man. The place was just filled with beautiful people, and this guy dressed up, and for some reason I was just like frozen, but I was just like stoic or whatever, and for some reason people just started checking me out. I don't know why, but I was just sitting in a chair or whatever, but this guy came up to me and said, you really got your game on and everything. This dude was like dressed like the devil. I mean, I think it was the devil. I don't know, man. I mean, that was just weird.
Where were you at?
I was at Ender's Warehouse, and that's where they have the conscious community. The people that they're into all these good, protesting stuff and love, light, and peace. I'm not saying that in a bad way. I mean, they're somewhat idealistic, and I'm not trying to paint them all with one brush, but it's the
Sure.
conscious community.
Man, you're so good with words, Ayin. Yeah. So I'm not trying to paint them all with the same brush.
Yeah. It's not all. No, they're not all of one accord, but because those type of idealistic communities are big time targets for, the whatever the people the alphabet agencies or the people that engineer our society. You know what I mean? I mean the whole New Age movement was created. It was invented.
It's a hotbed, yeah.
It's
a hotbed of splinter cells.
Weren't you telling me that you went to some concert where they thought that you were in the deal, where they were experimenting mind control on the people, and that some of the people thought that you were like one of the guys that was in on it with them? Remember that?
Wait, tell me again.
It's like some concert or some maybe EDM band or something like that, but that had a following around them, and y'all went to a show or something like that, and some people thought y'all were like insiders, and they were like saying, "Hey, are you
I don't know. I've been in situations like that, but I'm not sure which story I might be.
Yeah, I might not be telling it, exactly accurately, but
you sure it was me?
Yeah, it was you. It was in one of our episodes.
Okay.
But it just goes to show you, like that.
I haven't rewatched them. The last one I think that we did. But yeah, I need to because I don't remember.
Well, I mean, like Burning Man and stuff like that. That's kind of been taken over by the deep state and stuff like that.
Oh right, like that Tomorrowland.
Yeah, that's a great example.
Big just energy harvest, man. Or they have this like Swanee Music Festival in Florida, and the Suwannee. You ever hear about that one? Or like Coachella? These big
Coachella.
events.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
And Burning Man, yeah.
And there's a million smaller events that just have like 20,000 or 30,000 people, but that's still big enough to warrant.
They're awesome to be at, but what do you think is drawing on that energy? You think there's someone somewhere, some mighty witch, like Rifat would suggest?
Yeah, I would definitely think that, but I also think there's probably just straight UFOs up in the air that are like because I think that's what's going on with these professional sports games. You know, like football and
Yeah,
NBA and all that stuff.
it would seem that way, and the way they have just everything designed is a trip. But yeah. I mean,
A lot of sacred geometry.
yeah, certainly.
You know, it's like a big, you know, it's
At the
pointing
very
it up
least,
to the sky. You know, and
and among other things, yeah.
so I think it goes in two different directions. It goes up and it goes down because having this connection with the earth is part of it, and these ley lines. Ley lines are I'm starting to see are more and more important. You know, these big, I'm sure stadiums and all that stuff, and churches even are built on ley lines.
What do you think about Schwaller de Lubix,
What's
who
that?
wrote about, can't think of the name of his works on the Great Pyramid at Giza. He wrote a lot about all the geometries and things. But I forget what I was going to say
Well,
about
you
it.
know,
Anyway,
I think
I have
that
nothing
those.
to say there. Sorry.
Well, but you know, I think the
Trailing.
pyramids. Oh, yeah, just like my friend. Uh, I think that those pyramids are definitely machines or devices, but I think that they perform more than one function.
Well, certainly, yeah.
Multifunctional machine. But you know, one thing that Tim Rifat is saying about these obelisks, and this is what Christopher Jacobs, who's usually on my show about once a month, he calls them what he calls a soul trap, is what I think Tim Rifat calls a psychotronic generator. And these psychotronic generators can also be collection devices. So they are collecting, they can collect and store psychic energy.
Wow.
And so that ties into this Hollywood pop star deal that yes, those girls are getting energy directly put into them, but they're getting way more than they can handle. You know, a lot of it's being siphoned off and collected for various different purposes. But, you know, that's the whole idea of the Montauk and everything.
It's like an opposite orgone gun or something.
Exactly.
Like the opposite of an orgone gun is sucking it in and.
Exactly. You know what Tim Rifat describes it as is the opposite of Reishi or Reiki. You know that Reiki healing or whatever?
Yeah.
Just the opposite of
that. An
that.
inversion of Reiki.
Yeah, an inversion of Reiki. Yeah. I mean, Reiki is healing, and what they're doing is hurting.
Well, yeah.
But you're using the exact same.
And he's about it too, though, right? He's like, I'm a fucking energy assassin and shit, right?
Well, yeah. No,
That's
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you he's a good guy. You know, he's taking his lumps, and you know he had. But I think a lot of what he says is sensationalism, and he condemns the practices that we know of, you know, like that we really don't mention on this show, but I think we already have, and that's, you know, fucking with kids and shit like that. He condemns all that. But yeah, he talks about the destruction of the West and all that. He has a lot of, you know, things that I don't support. You know.
Oh, right. The Chad world.
Chad world, right. But what he says...
Yeah, that's the Kalergi plan. That's the Kalergi plan, man.
What's that?
There was a guy called Kalergi who had a lot to do with the decisions that having to do with foreign relations deals and introducing conflicted peoples to populaces they won't mesh well with.
Oh yeah, like what they're doing in Europe.
Am I saying any of that well?
Yeah,
no,
I'm
talking about like refugees.
Yeah, bringing in all those Islamists into Christian countries, you know. And I'm not a Christian.
Yeah, it's like a deliberate societal degradation.
Destruction of society, exactly.
You know,
by the rulers of society. I mean, it's
dude, I have to piss really bad.
Let's take a break.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm.
That's my welding mask. Hold on, let me get my laser.
Oh shit, get that fog machine going, huh?
You see my laser?
Yeah, man, that's awesome. You gotta have your fog machine going too.
Hey, hey, hey. It's like music activated, you know. So like, I'll hold it still. Can you see those things moving?
Yeah.
Hey, hey. You know, just different sounds will, you know, like make it.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude.
Is that tight
Oh
or what?
man, it started doing a real cool thing. Yeah, that thing is fucking cool. What did that run, man? Yeah, what'd you pay for that thing?
Got to, we'll edit this out, but I have to show it again because I didn't have my camera turned on. But now I have my camera turned on. Oh, psychedelic. Oh, if my friend was watching this, he'd really be tripping right now. Oh, psychedelic. Okay.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I can't get enough of the psychedelic stuff. Yeah, I feel like
Yeah,
I
you
got a
know,
lot.
they say you're not supposed to, you know, let those lasers get in your eyes. So I had my welding mask on here, my Doctor Doom mask.
Yeah, you wear the Doom mask for the laser stuff?
Let me hook in my headphone here so I can hear you.
Oh, okay, you were unplugged. Dude, my Pandora's been playing me the best music.
Oh,
Like
cool.
I'm like, how do you even know?
That was
It's
it.
the shit'll happen all the time, man.
Yeah, that's synchronicity,
What is
huh?
this? Oh shit, son. Oh,
Who's that? Is that the Secret Chiefs?
I don't even know. 6 Fingers? I've never heard this before, but it's fucking blowing me away. It's so hot. This shit is so good. I have to remember this artist. Jamming. You know who's great, man? I don't know what you listen to, dude, but I've been really appreciating Run the Jewels lately.
I've never heard of them. What kind of music is that?
It's they're hip hop, man. They're it's a guy who used to rap with Outkast called Killer Mike, and who's got some insightful political views and stuff. And he's good. He's an Atlanta rapper.
Cool.
And I'm not that into rap music, dude, but this group has really been a turn on to listen to, because these dudes, I guess I'm familiar with their stuff kind of from way back, but I've heard it here and there, and always heard the one guy's beats, and they're good.
Sweet.
But LP is a New York underground producer who's been doing people's beats, like underground artists, independent artists in New York for a bunch of years. But anyway, Run the Jewels is LP and Killer Mike, and it's sick, dude. It's really good music.
That's
But
his name is
it's
Killer
rappy
Mike.
as fuck. It's rappy as fuck. Yeah, Killer
Right.
Mike.
Uh huh.
Killer Mike and LP, it's hip hop. It's just hard, raw, awesome hip hop, man. These guys are good musicians and even have some interesting points. They're
Like
mostly just some dudes
views.
having fun. Yeah, some good political views. Interesting. I mean, I won't say good. I'm not advocating whatever they may or may not say, but I've really been enjoying their
violent
music.
Type stuff.
Oh no, they're violent as fuck, but it's I don't know, it's a rap thing.
Yeah, of course. I'm trying to send you something, like a picture, you know what I mean? On the chat. Is it? I can't tell if it's or you know how we have our little text deal here?
Yeah, I'm not sure how to work this whole app. It's
Yeah,
new to me.
me either. Oh, okay, wait, I got it now. I think this is
what
gonna.
matters to you.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I just sent it to you.
Products. Food from a shared
Like,
belief
you see
in
where I
good.
text?
Click the ad or
Like I
visit
just
us
sent
on
you.
Oh, snap! Yeah.
To learn more about Greenwise products available only in public.
What's that, man?
Where shopping
You see that
is a
chick?
pleasure.
Yeah.
That's
Your food scene is on the rise. And
Haley
visit
Redmond.
Orlando's
That's
magical
her
dining
new
room.
sexy cover.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see, she's got the machete and all that shit.
How do I get it back? I want to see it again. Hold on.
Hold on a
And
second.
chefs at over 100 area restaurants have created special three-course
I'll
prix
just-
Did
meals.
you send it like a Snapchat or something where I can only
I
see it
just
for a
sent it again.
second?
Restaurants and menus, go to Orlando
Okay, here we are.
Plus, through Visit Orlando, $1 from each meal supports Best Buddies and Down Syndrome Association of Central Florida.
Yeah, she's hot, dude.
Oh yeah, she's 21 years old.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, but they're already getting a real good response, from the audience response on that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's hot.
Oh, thanks.
She represents.
Yeah.
She's cool as shit.
Uh-huh.
Represents.
You represent.
Nice, man.
Represent. Yeah. Oh, I think this is the person that you were talking about.
Oh yeah. Yes, sir.
She's nice. She's a friend of mine. She's pretty nice. Then I did a little bit of a lucha libre.
Nice.
There's me.
She looks very fit right here, man.
Oh, she is, man. I mean, that's standing up on its own. I mean, she's 21 years old too. We're just friends. But there are such thing as benefits in life.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
It's very nice. And is that you?
Next to her?
Is that a luchador?
Yeah, that's me.
That's a dope mask, bro.
Yeah.
Is that some ceremonial shit? Am I looking at?
No, it's just some chick. Another chick I was with had that mask, and I put it on, and she started taking pictures of me. And I got this cardboard box, and I tore it up like I was a wrestler. It was pretty funny.
Awesome.
Now, this is a guy I interviewed just... Oh, shit, I put a PDF on there. Okay, hold on. Let's see if have you heard of Anthony Zender?
Say again?
Anthony Zender?
No.
Okay, well, he's one of these super soldier guys, and I interviewed him recently, but I also interviewed a guy named Kevin Trimmel. I don't know if you've heard of him either, but they're kind of, two guys that are rising up on the quote-unquote super soldier scene. But,
I haven't heard of these anyway, tell me what they say.
Well, they're part of the secret space program. You know what I mean? And
that's the new thing, right?
Yeah, it's a new narrative. And
that's what people are interested in.
Yeah, it is,
And that's what people are talking about. I feel like
it is what people are talking about, and so even though there's aspects of it that I don't believe. Like, I don't say this on the shows when I'm interviewing them, and I don't say it that much because I'm starting to interview more of them, but I'll say it right here on this show with you. I do not believe that human beings are getting on spaceships and going to Mars. I don't believe that at all.
Yeah. No,
And
neither do I.
these very same people that are talking about this, and I've also had Tony Rodriguez, who's a real big star. I've had him on the show too, this last December. They are all will admit that they have false memories implanted in them too. They all will admit to having false memories, but yet this deal about getting on a spaceship. Have you heard of the concept of 20 and back?
Yeah.
The time
Yeah,
regression
they're
deal.
saying,
It's like they
yeah.
turn you into a slave, and they go make you work on Mars for 20 years, and
It
then
just,
they time
to me,
regress
it just, to me, it just makes it convenient for people who get off on telling fib after fib after fib to just feed people malarkey and like fucking watch them gobble it up.
Right, but
It's
okay,
fucking sick.
yeah, but what would be the purpose of this? I mean, sure, we know that there's people like that, and if I didn't have any morals, I would probably even be a person like that because I like to the idea of trying to become a celebrity and stuff like this or a quasi celebrity.
I think the same thing though, man.
But
We're both intelligent to do. We know enough about this shit to do that if we wanted to.
But there may be another purpose, and this is what Tara. I've had her on my show, and this is what she thinks. Because a lot of times these people
I'd like to know.
They're having sex.
I know a lot of these people.
Yeah, the idea that they're having sex with aliens, okay, in these brothels and stuff like that. Well, what Tara thinks it is these are implanted memories to cover up the fact that they really are being sexually abused and used in sexual rituals and stuff like that, but by humans. But it makes their mind rest easier if they think they're doing it with aliens or some shit, or think they're being, or even if they're traumatized by it, it still makes them sound crazy to the rest of the world. And so it totally covers up the fact that they really are being ritually sexually abused in other arenas or in reality. What do you think about that idea?
I think it's all possible.
Yeah, I mean, I do too. What I do not think is possible, and I hope not too many people watch this because, I still want to do some more super soldier interviews. I just don't believe people are getting in spaceships and going to Mars. I don't believe that.
Yeah, they're not.
No, they're not. They're not. And you don't believe it.
I just know they're
I don't
not,
believe it.
and
I do too. Seth Boza, who we've had on the show, he doesn't believe that. Tara Allgood doesn't believe that. I did a show with Tara and her husband about that very subject of, exposing the secret space program stuff.